Go.
Hey, I'm Aaron. Tennis is a really fun sport to play in the summertime. It's a great way to get into shape. But if you want to win a match against your friends or whomever you're playing, you have to have a good serve. Now, for those of you who don't have a very good serve, I'll give you a quick tutorial on how to do a basic slice serve. Now, a slice serve is a great serve for a beginner to learn because you're just using the same mechanics, but the only difference is you're just slicing at the ball, sort of like a curve ball in baseball, and the movement that you're going to get has a similar effect, and usually has a really good bounce to it. Let me demonstrate it quickly. Usually you don't have to worry about hitting the ball too hard, and it's a very good way to fool even a fairly good opponent. And if you don't have a good serve, they're just going to hit it back over, so it's a really, really good thing for a beginning player to learn. Let me slow it down. So you want to start out with your feet somewhat apart. I usually like to keep my back foot behind my front foot. As you can see, there's this little bit of distance between the heel of my front foot and the toe of my back foot. Now, when you serve, you want your feet to come together, and as you're coming together, you're tossing. So you toss, and then when it's in the air, you want to put that slice on it and give it the movement that you need to get. Now, as a left-handed player, I have a much bigger advantage serving from the left-hand side of the court, because from the left-hand side of the court, my opponent is going to be forced to the outside part of the court, and thus setting up my next shot. If you're a right-handed player, the slice works a lot more effectively from the right-hand side of the court, because then it'll have the same effect on your opponent. Let me show you these mechanics in action. Sometimes you hit the ball into the net, and as you can see, it happened there. But the nice thing is you don't usually have to worry about hitting it a little too hard. So you start with your feet apart. And as you can see, the ball started on the left-hand side of the court, but then sort of kicked over to the middle line right there, and ended up in. Sometimes you can catch a lazy opponent this way, because the opponent will give up on the ball, and then all of a sudden realize that that's a good serve. I'll show you a few more. Feet apart, toss. It's important that you make a good toss. If you don't make a good toss, then you're probably not going to hit the ball where you want to hit it, and you'll probably end up faulting. If you don't make a good toss, you can always catch it and reset, and there's no penalty for it. So make sure you have a toss that you want to have in order to serve it, otherwise you're probably going to waste one. And you can also vary the amount of power that you put into it. If you want a little extra kick, just keep a looser grip on the racket, thus giving it more freedom to slice on the ball. And that's a slice serve.